You are listening to the Democratic Voice of Burma. Hello and welcome to DVB English News. I am Norman. Resistance forces have reported that the regime is increasing its use of unmanned aerial vehicles or drones on the battlefield. The Karenni Nationalities Defence Force and the Kachin Independence Army have confirmed that it is using suicide drones. This is a UAV carrying explosives that detonates upon impact. The KNDF and KIA stated that the regime has used them on military and civilian targets. Anthony Davis is a security analyst and consultant for the Jane's Defense Weekly. He told DVB that the regime's suicide drone is a copy of the Chinese Sunflower 200.
While the warhead on the Sunflower 200, the Chinese drone, is around 40 kg, which is a lot of explosive, it appears from damage inflicted, which has been visible in pictures from Karen State. It appears that the Burmese military's copy is much smaller. It's smaller physically, and the warhead, this is my own speculation, but it's probably around the same size as an 81mm mortar round. So maybe around 5 kg, maybe 4, maybe 6, whatever, something of that nature, which obviously is a lot smaller than the Iranian and Chinese Delta configured drones, which carry a warhead of 40 to 50 kg, so much bigger.
The Chinese Sunflower 200 is itself a copy of the Iranian Shahed 136 drone, used in attacks on Israel and by Russia on Ukraine. Last year, the regime created a drone warfare directorate under its Ministry of Defense. Davis told DVB that members of the regime in Naypyidaw have referred to 2025 as the year of the drone. It has deployed domestically manufactured drones to 12 of its 14 regional military command headquarters. The Arakan Army seized the Western RMC in An Township of Rakhine State on December 20th. The Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army took control of the Northeastern RMC in Lashu, Shan State on August 3rd. Although the regime has intensified drone attacks, the National Unity Government still has not disclosed its plan to counter it. Zhou Zhou is the spokesperson for the NUG President's office.
What we are trying to do is we're trying to minimize the civilian casualties by educating them how to protect themselves. At the same time, also, whenever possible, we give them a advance warning. But at the same time, also, that we also reminded our troops, our fighters, to be vigilant and not to let guard down. So, and then also that trying to get that protection for the civilians as much as possible from our end.
Resistance forces have recently struggled to deal with the regime's new drone arsenal. The Karenni National Army told Al Jazeera English that regime drones fly at an altitude of 1,500 to 2,000 meters beyond drone jammer range. Drones have proven to be decisive in battle. Resistance forces have used them effectively over the past 4 years since the uprising to the 2021 coup began. The KIA reported drone attacks in the fight for Bamo Township of Kachin State, which began on December 4. Pro-regime social media accounts shared footage of a drone-mounted forward-looking infrared system on February 7. This system enhances visibility in obscure conditions by detecting heat emitted by objects and generating thermal images. The footage supposedly showed a nighttime battle in and around the Bamo prison on February 6. Its thermal imaging revealed KIA fighters being targeted by drop bombs released from the drone. The KIA ended up capturing the regime outpost on February 20th, but the battle over control of Bamo continues.
What we're looking at now, by contrast with the military's use of drones, is they're using drones increasingly, but against a force or a multiplicity of forces, plural, right? Different PDFs, different EAOs, all across the country. So it's very difficult to bring together, to concentrate that degree of effectiveness, even if you have improved capability against a target or targets, plural, which are so widely dispersed. So as I believe 2025, maybe into 2026, is going to be a decisive period of this long war, then I don't believe that in that space of time, the regime will be able to exploit drone warfare as a game changer.
A resistance group known as Federal Wings specializes in UAV technology. It announced that it is ready to provide assistance to any resistance group up against the regime's drone arsenal. Beyond drones, the regime has deployed piloted motorized paragliders in its attacks. Residents in Mandalay, Magway, Sagai, Bago, and Ayeyarwady regions have confirmed to DVB that they have spotted them in the sky. DVB data has documented that regime forces have killed 50 people and injured 56 others in 58 attacks using motorized paragliders from December 25th to March 25th. For DVB English News, I am Norman. Thank you for listening.